Hey, guitar nerds, has this ever happened to you? You pick up your guitar to play something special for your wife or for some friends, and you start strumming a G chord and going after it, right? And it's going great. You know, you're feeling on top of the world, everything sounds awesome, but then you hit that first chord change to C, and your fingers freeze. You fumble, you're moving one finger at a time, right? The music grinds to a halt. The moment's gone and you're left feeling embarrassed, right? You let yourself down, like you've let your friends down or your wife down, right? If that sounds like you, you're not alone. I've been there too. Hey, I'm Brad from simpleguitar.com, and I help adult beginners like you get unstuck and go from confused to confident in their guitar playing. So in this lesson, I'm sharing a simple technique to switch chords smoothly by moving all your fingers at once so you can play confidently without those awkward pauses. So stick with me and you'll be ready to nail your chord changes in no time. As adult learners, we feel pressure to play well, especially for people we care about. But when you move your fingers one by one, it slows everything down, it breaks the rhythm, and it kills your confidence. So that's what happened in the story I was talking about earlier, and it's what keeps so many beginners stuck, right? Moving all your fingers together, though, when you're doing your chord changes, changes everything, okay? It's faster, it's smoother, and it lets you keep the song flowing. You know, in my group and my private coaching programs, we dive deep into techniques like this with personalized feedback to help you play confidently in weeks, not years, right? And trust me, once you get this down, you'll feel like a guitarist who can handle any chord change, especially when you're playing for someone special. Let's see why these moments get ruined, okay? So first of all, here is a G chord, right, to a C chord, right? That's what we're gonna do. But if you move one finger at a time, 1, 2, 3, right? That clunky transition stops the music dead, right? And that is what makes you feel stuck when you're trying to impress somebody. All right, so here's the trick. Instead of moving each of your fingers separately, you're going to lift all your fingers off the fretboard and place them down together in the new chord shape, okay? So let's try G to C. Okay, so here's your G chord. You've got your second finger on the third fret of your sixth string, your first finger on the second fret of your fifth string, and your third finger on the third fret of your first string, right? If I turn this way, you can see that, okay? Now, assuming that you've got that G chord down and you're good with it, what most people will do is when they're changing to C, they'll lift up their fingers from G, and then they'll put their first finger down, and then their second finger, and then their third finger to get over to C, right? Or they'll do it the other way. They'll put their third finger down, then their second finger down, then their first finger down. But it's this whole going one finger at a time that is going to kill everything, right? So first thing is when you have your G chord, for example, you first have to imagine what that C chord looks like, right? Where are my fingers going? You got to picture that in your head first. Then lift all your fingers just slightly, like this, just a little bit, and you're going to move them all together to land on C. So I want these to lift up, all three fingers move to C at once, and then come down on the chord together, okay? That's smooth, right? So it's like your hand knows exactly where to go once you get this down, okay? So visualizing the chord shape before moving will build your confidence and make it feel effortless. So let's break this down a little bit more step by step. Okay, so step one is making sure that you have each chord down independently already. So let's go back to that G chord that we did before, right? What you're gonna do is, we call this chord squeezes a lot of the time, where you're making this G chord, and what I want you to do is relax all your fingers off the strings at once, okay? But notice how I'm keeping them in the shape of the chord as they come off the strings, right? So I'm not just like going like this. I'm lifting them up just a little bit off of the strings, and they stay over the strings that they need to be over to play the chord, right? Then you're going to lightly touch the strings where they need to go, and then you're going to squeeze that chord, okay? So we're going to relax, touch, squeeze, relax, touch. Now when you touch, you're just putting your fingers on the strings on the right frets, but you're not applying any pressure. You want to do these chord squeezes where you relax, you touch the chord, and then you squeeze. You want to do that probably 50 or 60 times. And if you time yourself, That should take about a minute. Okay, we're going for accuracy with this, not a ton of speed. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you do that with each chord. Okay, now the key to that is while you're doing it, all your fingers making the chord relax at the same time, and they touch the chord at the same time, and they squeeze at the same time. Okay, if you're doing this like this, or like, you're moving one finger at a time, it's going to slow you down. Okay. And so do that with your G chord, and then also do that with your C chord or whatever chord you're changing to. Okay. G to C is just our example here. Okay. Step 2, you're going to add a second chord like C. Okay. So we're going to do your G chord, right? You're going to lift off of G. You're going to relax off, right? You're going to change to your C chord. So you get your fingers in position over the strings. Then you're going to touch that C chord and squeeze from there. Okay. Right. So you're moving all 3 fingers at once. You want to put all 3 fingers for C down at the same time, not 1, 2, 3. We got to go from C, move all 3 fingers in place, and then squeeze from there. Okay. And that is going to make it a lot smoother for you. And that's going to be hard, but you can do it. Okay. I believe in you. The trick with this is doing it slowly. Okay. I was talking to some students in a class the other day, and we were talking about how it's counterintuitive, but if you spend more time doing things super slow, it's going to shorten the window that it takes for you to get it fast, right? Spend more time going slow and you'll go fast a lot sooner. Okay. That really is a trick. Now, step 3 with this would be using a metronome or like a free app, right? I have a metronome app on my phone. If you don't have one though, you can just go to Google, and if you type in metronome on Google, it pops up a metronome. Okay. And you just set it to like 60 beats per minute or BPM. Okay. Really easy. And then you're going to want to change each chord on the beat, right? And you speed it up as you get better. Okay. But if you can do this and you're doing clean changes like this for a minute each, and you can get about 60 changes in a minute, you're going to be good. Okay. That's going to be really good. All right. Now, step 4 for this is going to be to take this and do this with a song. Let's say you got like G and C and D. Okay. And if you do that, you can just take your G chord, and when you change to C, you got to make sure that you get all 3 fingers at once, right? And that's going to help you get that going. And then when you change to D, same thing. You want to get all 3 fingers for your D chord down at the same time. Now, with this, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you keep your hand relaxed, right? Move your fingers to as little as you can. Okay. We don't want to have them fly off the fretboard and then come to the chord, and fly off the fretboard and come to the chord, right? Keep it small. And if you do that for just a few minutes a day, where you're doing your squeezes and you're changing, making sure that you're using all your fingers at the same time instead of one by one, you're going to be amazed at how confident you're going to feel in a really short period of time. All right. Now, what are some common mistakes with this, and how do you fix them? Right? So we're going to dodge some common traps, especially when you're nervous about performing, right? First, don't tense up or grip the neck too hard. Okay. It slows you down and it feels awkward. You want your grip to be nice and relaxed. Okay. If you're squeezing too hard, you're going to have way too much tension. It's going to slow you down. Okay. Second, don't move without picturing the next chord in your head. Okay. You got to know your chords. Third, don't rush before you're accurate. Okay. Speed comes with practice. Get it smooth. If you get it smooth, you're going to get it fast, right? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay. If you're struggling, you record your hands with your phone with a video, right? Or you practice in front of a mirror so they can spot some issues. Then you fix those. And once you get all that ironed out, you're not going to freeze mid-song ever again. Okay. You've got it. You now know how to switch chords smoothly by moving all your fingers at once, so you can play for your loved ones without those embarrassing pauses, right? Practice this every day, and you're going to feel like a confident guitarist in no time. Now, if you want to take it further, my private coaching, my group programs, I've got the Guitar Nerds community. These are perfect for accelerating your progress with hands-on support, working with me directly. Okay. So if you want to apply for those programs, go to simpleguitar.com/apply and you will fill out a quick application. We'll hop on a Zoom call, go over specifics. But my goal with that is to help you become a confident guitar player instead of feeling confused and overwhelmed by everything else out here, right? So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, go to simpleguitar.com/apply and apply to join one of my coaching programs. And then I will see you in this next lesson.